The famous Stoic Epictetus advised, "Surround yourself with people who lift you up, those who bring out your best traits." It's often mentioned, your character is a reflection of the 5 people you're around the most. In this discussion, we'll view this concept from a Stoic perspective. We will cover the 5 kinds of individuals who might hinder your journey in Stoic principles and the importance of re-evaluating your relationships with them. Before we start, I'd be grateful if you could like this video to support the spread of Stoic philosophy. If you haven't subscribed yet, I suggest subscribing and turning on notifications so you don't miss any future videos. Categories of people to keep a distance from. 1. The excessive optimist. You probably know someone like this, always radiating extreme cheerfulness, bombarding you with positive messages and emojis. They are the type to say, "Just be happy," when you are facing tough times, overlooking your true feelings with an overly optimistic attitude. Think of your life as a garden. It has its beautiful aspects, like flowers, but also its challenges, like weeds and pests. However, the excessive optimist only sees the flowers. Problems in your life? Just focus on the good parts. Ignore the negatives, they often say. Though their outlook seems positive, it can make you feel as though your true emotions are unimportant and out of sync with real life. For example, if you're going through a difficult breakup and are feeling sad and confused, their simplistic advice might be, "There are lots of other options, just stay positive." This extreme level of positivity fails to recognize the complexities of our emotions and the real challenges we face in life. 2. The drama-loving person. Visualize your life as a vessel smoothly sailing calm waters. Suddenly, you meet the storm that is the drama magnet. This person is constantly surrounded by crises, arguments, or drama, and they have a strange power to pull you into their chaos. At first, their energy might seem appealing, almost like a sign of passion or liveliness. But soon, you'll see that being close to them is like guiding your ship through a tempest. It's tiring and risky. The difficulty in dealing with drama magnets lies in how their problems become yours. Their chaos spreads easily, leading you to get involved in conflicts you had no hand in starting. Consider this example. A friend of yours constantly has issues with different people in your group. This week they're angry with Anna, and the next week, Mike. They come to you for guidance, but you begin to notice this never-ending cycle, and before you know it, you're also entangled in these disputes with Anna or Mike, all because you tried to mediate. In situations like this, try using a technique known as reflective listening. Rather than giving advice or picking sides, echo their statements. For instance, if they comment, "I can't believe Anna said that about me," your response could be, "It sounds like you're feeling hurt by what Anna said." This method helps you offer emotional support while keeping yourself out of the drama. Another method, which may appear unconventional, is to choose when to be unavailable. Stoicism advises us to value our time, and this sometimes means not being accessible for others' constant issues, particularly when these issues don't seem to end. You could turn off your phone at specific times, set aside hours for dedicated work or personal growth, and inform others that you won't be available during these periods. As Seneca once said, "The essence of happiness is to relish the present, free from the worry of what lies ahead." This perspective is valuable when dealing with drama magnets. Instead of being preoccupied with what drama might come next, focus on the current moment, over which you have influence. Live your life without letting it be thrown off course by others' drama. Aim to navigate your ship calmly, avoiding the whirlpools that can hinder your journey to personal development and peace. 3. That person who's always unhappy about things. Everyone knows a person who complains about everything, their job, the weather, or even great food. Complaining seems to be their hobby. You may think ignoring them is easy, but it's hard. Their constant negativity can make you feel emotionally tired, like a small leak can empty a water tank over time. Stoicism says we should look for real solutions, not just focus on problems. For example, if you're working with a constant complainer, meetings can become more about complaints than actual work, hurting everyone's mood and distracting from real solutions. This can make you lose interest in the project and feel down in general. So, what can Stoicism teach us about dealing with someone who always complains? There are a few things you can try. First, try to spend less time with them if you can. If you can't avoid them, like if they're a family member or co-worker, just don't let their complaints get to you. Imagine their complaining is just a storm passing by. It's loud, but can't really touch your calm inner self. Another thing you can do is change the subject or suggest solutions when they start complaining. Marcus Aurelius, a famous Stoic, said that we can control our own minds, not everything that happens. This means we should protect our inner peace and not let a constant complainer shake our calm and virtuous approach to life. 4. The victim. Picture life as a chess game where everyone has the same pieces and aims to win by checkmating the other's king. You play with strategy, sometimes sacrificing and taking risks. However, the victim always blames the chessboard, the pieces, or the other player for their bad moves. They believe they're constantly losing, not due to their decisions, but because something outside their control is against them. They see themselves in a continuous story of misfortune, portraying themselves as the powerless main character. It's important to recognize that some people genuinely struggle with serious issues and systemic obstacles. However, the kind of victim we're talking about always uses their situation as an ongoing excuse, never accepting any responsibility for what they do or don't do. You might find yourself drawn into their drama, often playing the role of the savior who needs to bail them out. For example, imagine spending hours hearing a friend blame all their relationship failures on their exes. This not only takes up your time, but might also start to influence you into thinking like a victim in your own life. What should you do when you have to deal with a victim, especially if it's someone close to you? A good, though not typical, tactic is to ask open questions that make them think about their situation. Instead of just giving them solutions or always trying to solve their problems, ask something like, "What could you do differently here?" Or, "How can you take charge in this part of your life?" You can also be empathetic and kind, but avoid solving all their problems for them. Be there to listen, but don't always jump in to fix things. Consider the advice of Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher. The ultimate revenge is to be nothing like the person who did the injustice. When you feel like you're being drawn into a victim's story, fight the temptation to turn into a victim too. Be the master of your own situation, make your moves wisely, and remember that in life's chess game, constantly being defeated is more often a personal choice than destiny. Keep advancing your pieces, be ready to make tactical sacrifices, and aim not for revenge or sympathy, but for personal growth and knowledge. 5. The puppet master. Think of your life as a movie where you're the lead. You know the plot, your friends and mentors, and how you want it to end. But then there's the manipulator, like a behind-the-scenes director who subtly changes your screenplay. They quietly alter your story, and you don't realize it until your path has drastically changed. The manipulator is an expert in playing with your emotions or mind, using praise, guilt, or lies to guide you in a way that serves their interests. Consider a friend who often convinces you to cover their dinner bill, remarking, "I'm going through a tough time and you're doing so well. It's a small thing for you, but it would really lift my spirits." Eventually, you realize they're exploiting your kindness. Confronting them is hard, as they've positioned it as helping out a friend. Navigating a manipulator's tricks can be challenging. An effective approach is known as fogging. This involves agreeing with the truth in their words, but resisting the pull of their emotional manipulation. If they comment, "You're in a good financial position, you should handle the dinner bill," you could say, "It's true I'm financially stable, but let's keep to our regular practice of sharing the bill." A different strategy involves establishing firm limits and sticking to them. If the manipulator expects you to loan them cash or agree to things that make you uneasy, practice confidently saying no. Remain composed in your speech and straightforward in your expression. Saying, "I'm unable to provide financial help, but I'm available for emotional support," is a way to draw a line, yet preserve the friendship. Let Stoic philosophy guide you. Epictetus reminded us, while we can't control our surroundings, we can control our responses to them. A manipulator relies on how predictably you react, using your kindness or need for approval against you. By reacting differently, you're taking back control of your story. Realize that in the story of your life, you hold the pen. Your life story, with all its characters, should ultimately follow your values and choices. Keep your narrative in your hands and don't let anyone manipulate it. Reflect on the Stoic philosopher Seneca's observation. Choosing to be around those who inspire you and resonate with Stoic values is key to growing in Stoicism and personally. Avoiding these 5 types of people, the excessive optimists, the drama-loving persons, the persons who are always unhappy about things, the victims and the puppet master, helps safeguard your mental tranquility, concentrate on essentials, and pursue your path in Stoicism with determination and moral excellence. Appreciate you watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to support our continued delve into Stoicism, hit the like button and subscribe. Your involvement and dedication to Stoic ideas help build a community focused on seeking wisdom, bravery, and a meaningful life.